Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through the unit Elune, and the reason for that is because Elune is one of the primary characters that you can pick up at the very start of the game. She's one of the heroes that you do rescue, one of the first heroes you rescue during the story missions, and also can be an excellent addition to the Valkyrie. The Valinator. Valinator? Hold on, one sec. Valinator. Valinator? Sure, Valinator. Let's practice that over the next couple of days. So, Valinator. Doesn't roll off the tongue. But she is one of the main starting units for this synergy, the Valinators, and she's very good because she does physical damage. So we'll get to that. But at the start of battle, applies a sail on the ally team, increasing physical damage by 150% for 4 rounds. At the start of battle, applies 25% damage immunity boost on all allies for 4 rounds. The next synergy she has is Verdins. When an ally unit takes action, there's a 30% chance to start a sync attack. Sync attacks deal 200% basic attack damage, so effectively you get your double attacks or triple attacks sometimes if you've got sort of 5 of them available. And then Protector's Synergy, increase defense of all allies by 15% every round. When received active attack, there is a 30% chance to riposte or opposite with a basic attack that deals 100% damage once. So a Protector Synergy, if you've got 5 of them or 4 of them, they will attack back 30% of the time. So those are her synergies. She's got a relatively good synergies, especially with the new unit, the new Valinator Leandra. Hold on. Yeah, so Leandra is a protector and a Valinator as well. So it's she's good to pair up, as well as Themis as well. So if we go back into here, you can see Themis, she also has Protector's Synergy as well. So good stats all around. Let's get into the attacks. So her ultimate ability, Gale Blade, Elune soars into the air and turns into a wind blade to strike the enemy, dealing 250% physical damage. It's very important because it syncs up very well with the Valinator's synergy and applies Mark and 1 stack of defense reduction on the enemy with the lowest defense. So Mark units are attacked first, so it puts a big old target on the target with the lowest defense. And the defense reduction also reduces defense by 5% and stacks up to 5 times by default. So very good for this for Valinators. Then you've got the second, so it's the second attack, which is Flap, deals 100% physical damage and applies 1 stack of defense reduction. So stacking up that defense reduction over the course of 3 rounds can be very impactful. Now, the Hunter's Instinct, Elune applies Onslaught to all allies for 2 rounds after an ally kills target. And if you get her high enough, I've got her currently at 12 stars, every 1% in Elune's crit resistance rate additionally increases her attack by 1%. And the same is true of her final passive, every 1% in Elune's crit resistance rate additionally increases her attack by 1%. Now, I've not invested in her talents very much, so I've only got the 15% buff. So it's 15% crit rate, which would increase attack, and 15% damage boost as well. So she is very much a single target boss killer, effectively. So besides the Oath Force, her talents, again, are the crit resistance and damage boost, which play into the kit very well. Now, I don't have her fully leveled up, not as I probably should do. In fact, for the purpose of this video, let's go and get a couple. So we'll go buy 5 of these. It's 500. Let's go back to Elune. Let's see if I can level anything up. Yeah, well, that's what we've got. So I don't have her exclusive runes at the moment. And I do have her all on crit damage. So if she does crit, absolutely fine. Oh, fantastic. Hold on. Let's just get those out of the way. But yeah, so her exclusive rune I don't rate too highly. So when the defense reduction effect stack limit is increased by 5 stacks, so it's good for if you are trying to reduce the defense and you have a lot of units that do that. Each time Elune takes an action when an allied team's total number of kills is higher than 2, applies 5 stacks of defense reduction on all enemies. So the more times you are killing enemies, the more defense reduction is in place. And then the final, or the red rune, defense reduction stack limit is once again increased by 5 stacks, so it's a total of 15 stacks to be able to get. And at the start of the round, Elune applies 1 stack of curse on 3 random enemy targets. So curse is, one sec, can we not see it? It doesn't tell us. No, that's a shame. But for me, it's not essential for you to have her exclusive runes. The increase in defense reduction stack is great, but well, and combined with sort of Lily and Leah, you could get it up to a potential 30 stacks of defense reduction. But you're still going to be doing enough damage as is. So let's jump into some gameplay for her. Let's see how well she functions. The only other thing that I might mention is she is quite a slow-ish unit. 102 speed, so not the greatest, but not the worst at the same time. So let's have a go and see where we can get up to. Alright, so let's find Valinator's synergy. There we go. And let's try a Valinator's build. So what we want to do is have a look here. We'll go you, and in fact we'll take out Themis because we're already going to be doing enough damage as is. We're going to switch around Elma and Atrops. We'll add in our Valinator's relics here. And let's just see how we do. So we've got the Holy Shield effect, and we'll have the 3 royal buffs as well. 2 striker synergies and the full 5 Valinator synergy as well. So Elma applying the taunt there. We get the scythe increasing our damage. And get the full taunt here. Mikaria doing lots of damage, and Elune, yep, just straight out took out the enemy Atlanta there. But unfortunately, got wiped out. She does have very low damage, unfortunately. Oh, not damage, very low defense, which is a shame. So I think what we'll do is we'll try this one again. But what we'll do is we'll switch around Nyx and Elune. And the reason that I want to do that is because Gerald up here, if he were to be in the same spot as this Clotho, so if he were to move down 1 slot, he would hit everybody. He would hit 5 targets. But because he's up here, he's going to miss Elune's slot down here. So let's try this again. Let's just see how well this works. If it doesn't work, we can always change up the format as well. Okay, looks good so far. We'll get that attack increase from Atrops and a taunt here. So you can see it change defense. And as you can see, our Elune survived that one without a scratch because the enemy Gerald couldn't touch her there because of his range. So it looks like a lot better with this setup in place. We may not get the victory, but it is where it is. Fortunately, Elmer there, the best tank, I suspect, in the game. For me, anyway. Just because of if one ally is alive, he will retain 20% HP. So it's very, very good. For me, anyway. So we'll taunt these enemies here. And hopefully we can see Elune take out this Themis, or not. And there we go. So much better setup that way. It was just the big swing. But she did 23% of the damage there. Let's have a look at the stats. So she did 326 million. So she out-damaged Nyx. Now Nyx is only 3 stars. Doesn't have Striker Synergy activated. But she still out-damaged Nyx there as well. So something to keep in mind. Very good. Very big single target damage for her. Now we are on her next synergy here, which is the Verdant synergy. So we're going to take out this lot, and we will go over to Verdants. We'll see if we can get a 5 Verdant team here. So we'll go Nawi, Lily and Leah, Marina, and we do have another Valinator in respective Christine. Who is also a Verdant and also a Striker. So we'll take those. We'll take these out. And I will just pop in some Ethereal, some Glorian Relics here. Because that's the team build that we're running. And let's see how it does. So here I suspect now we will do the majority of the damage. But we should see a lot of defense increases as well. Maybe not the best team to go up against with full Verdant synergy because of the Doomsdayers synergies here, which is a shame. So as you can see, we're not doing nearly as much damage as we should be doing. But we'll see. So Elune, unfortunately, reflect damage got her. Let's try that setup in a different stage, potentially in the Dawnbringers when we're not up against the Doomsdayers synergy. Or not full Doomsdayers synergy anyway. I'll have to try that again another time, but so we're doing much better here. Unfortunately, I still think going after the middle synergies or the rune synergies, having 3 of them potentially, like Shadow Arcs, Verdants, Dawnbringers being the strongest, Shadow Arcs being the weakest, and Verdant synergies being the best. Being the sort of middle ground. Let's see whether or not we can mark a target with Elune. See, her speed here is kind of a problem. And the reason for that is because she goes at the very end of the round and the mark's gone. So with her speed being so low, it does tend to stop you from getting in the way. The reason that her speed is the way it is because of Themis. So with Themis, she does go before Themis because Themis has got a very low speed. If she had a very high speed, it would make it a lot easier. But again, it is what it is. So this is Verdant. Let's go to Protectors Synergy. We'll just see how well she does on the Protectors team. So if we go for U, and then we'll go U3, and then we can put in the relics here. We'll just see how she does on this team with healing and the shields as well. I think in the first run, the Valinators run, it was the Elmer who really pulled through on that one. And Elune was able to finish off because there's such a strong tank at the start. But because we do have the 4 Protectors synergy, I don't want to go 5 because there is not really, besides the new Leandra, there's no other Protectors really within that synergy. So unfortunately, Elune down. These stages can be notoriously tough because of the defense increase here. So looks like we were wiped out on that one. Let's try a different stage. Say Dawnbringers one. We'll try this. We do have 3 Dawnbringers in Themis, Katrina, and Atrops. But this is more of a Protectors synergy, so we'll see if we can keep increasing our defense over the course of a couple of rounds here. See if we can get a longer fight in with our healing and our shields as well. Yep, so our defense increase here seems to have paid off. We'll get some shields. And no crit, but there is a big mark, so defense reduction has been applied. Looks like that worked out quite well. And maybe we can see Themis pop off here. Of course we can't, because Themis never, ever pops off. Man, she's just so disappointing. That Themis, I want her to be good. I really do. But she just disappoints me every single time. Real pain. But I think that's all we need to see for now for Elune. She is a good unit at the very start of the game. When you're first starting out, the 3, so the Atrops, Themis, and Elune will carry you through the majority of the first sort of first sort of 10 chapters. And by then you should have built up enough to be able to build different teams and try out different things. But in the very start of the game, if you should pull an Elune. If you don't, I wouldn't worry too much about it. She isn't a required unit, but that 3 Valinators synergy really does help out in the very early game. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you can subscribe to the channel, it'd be really, really helpful and really appreciated. If you could leave a like if you do like the content. And thanks for watching.